Uh, Hello, good morning, good evening, good night, depending on your geographical time zone and geographical location. I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. I am going to discuss with you issue that is burning in my heart, and some of my fans are discussing about everywhere now. Before I do, I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a wonderful time. And I believe that you have a very brilliant time, and that time is a time of joy and peace. And I wish you a wonderful time. I am the son of the wonderful, and I believe that you will have a wonderful time today. So we are going to discuss the Japa syndrome in Nigeria. Japa syndrome. People that are running away from Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians are selling off their properties, selling off their lands, running away because they think the country is in a very bad state, and that the governments in Nigeria are not offering any solution. They think there's a hardship in the country, and because of that, they are reasoning that is for them to run away from the country. And there are many instances where many people decided to run away in a situation that has caused pain. Even at a point where they are going, they are not even sure, because somebody told them that that place is better, that place is better than where they are. So suddenly they sold their inheritance. In some cases, they sold their inherited properties or acquired properties in Nigeria, dispose a lot of things, and even enter into slave agreements with some people where the money was loaned to them, so which they promised that they will repay in as once the economy improve for them. And for those, a lot of them now are stranded. A lot of them, there are stories about many people stranded in UK, stranded in many countries, because they decided to run away from Nigeria without actually knowing the situation in other countries they are running to. So now let's talk about this. Let's reason together, because remember, in this channel we are entertaining, we are informative, and we are also educative. I am Kodili-nye, and I would love you to also air your own view concerning this issue, because this issue is becoming very sad. This massive brain drain, a massive issue of capital flight from Nigeria because of bad government in Nigeria over the years that has crippled the country. Some people are talking about because the exchange rate as of today is almost 1,000 something to a dollar. I think pounds is almost 1,007 or more, 1,700. So they think that if they can make $1 or £1, that it will be so huge, which a lot of them were very mistaken, because they forgot that they have to pay the utility bills, they have to get a job first. They have to also acquire, they have to have a place they need to live, and they have to pay rent. And without that, and with expenses, other expenses, they have to pay for many things. And after that, they're now thinking about having money to send to Nigeria or to pay those debts. Let's just look at it rained last night to this morning. It's been windy. Let us look at our environment. Let us look at it. It's a Sunday morning. Let us look at the environment. So do you think it's right for people to continue in this mad rush to run away from Nigeria? Do you think it's right? Do you think it's a right decision? Let's look at those bears. Let's look at those bears. You can see them. They are having their breakfast. They are having their breakfast. So we are discussing about the Japa syndrome in Nigeria. The madness of people selling their properties and going to unknown countries, unknown destinations, unknown cities, foreign cities, foreign countries where they are not familiar with the culture, the climatic condition. Like right here, it's very cold here, very cold. I also know the struggle of those that have been here for a long time. And think about that, for a new person to come into this country, the process of getting a job is not that easy, and the cost of living here is very expensive. I don't know how those people that are spending those money to come in, how they will be able to cope. Let me give you an example. I had a story about somebody almost spending between 14 million to 19 million just to get to London. So, and this person has been without job for how many months now? And those that he borrowed this money are still chasing this person to pay up, because he said, oh, within 6 months I will start getting job, I will start paying, I'll start making money. He was able to calculate the exchange rate and said, oh, quite a huge money. Once I start working, I will get this amount, I will get the other amount, and I will start sending the money back to you. And how wrong this guy was, that up to now he has not found a job. I know other persons that spend between 10 million to 12 million just to get by. As I'm still talking to you, the money they are getting is not even up to 300,000 a month. So they are not even getting, they are struggling even to pay their house rent. So coming to that house rent, a room in London now is virtually, when I mean a room, you're almost paying a million or less, between 800 and a million. Between 800 to a million naira just to have a room to sleep in London. So now, if you get a job that you cannot be able to get that amount, think about that. And sometimes you also need to pay council tax. You need to pay electricity, because sometimes it's not inclusive. Sometimes it can be. You have to pay telephone bill, you have to pay transport to go to where you are working, and these are added expenses, and you have to eat. So these are things somebody that is being covered by this Japa syndrome should also think about before you make any decision, because to make these decisions is not an easy one. So before you make this decision, you that are thinking of selling your properties, you can actually be very good. You can actually do very well in Nigeria with the amount people are talking about, people are willing to spend. If you have those huge amounts, you can actually be a very, very buoyant person in Nigeria. You can also make a lot of money. A person that have 10 million naira will be able to be, after 6 months or 1 year, after 6 months will be able to be making at least 2 million every year. 2 million every year after he invested in any business at all in Nigeria. So, and if you are making 2 million every year, you're already doing very well in Nigeria, because cost of living is still very good. So that's what we are discussing. I think this is Japa syndrome, the mad rush to rush away from Nigeria, causing a lot of issues. This is the part 1. We are going to do part 2, because we are going to do this in series, and I also invite you to bring out your own comment about this. Do you think it's right for people to sell their things in order to run away from Nigeria? Do you think they are making a right decision? If it's so, just comment section and we continue like that. We continue the story. I am Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. See you in the next video. Bye.